30-gallon. There we go. Get in there, get you a drink. Because y'all been over here starving. But see how well they did in this heat? Take my hand, dig me a little trench. Don't ask me how deep. I'm telling y'all. If you're looking for specifics in gardening, I ain't the one.
Morning's done, the day is mine. Slowly dancing and everything's fine. A gentle breeze, the city's slow. I take a seat, let the moment flow. A cup of coffee, sugar falls in. I stir it slow, let the calm begin. In these quiet hours, I feel at ease. Life's simple magic in moments like these. I find the magic in the everyday. In the sweetest sips as time slips away. Little things that bring a smile to me, like the sugar swirling in my coffee.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome and welcome back. My name is Kim. I am a backyard gardener in North Texas, Zone 8B. This morning I am out early, not as early as I had intended on being out, but I'm out early. I need to get something done before that heat kicks up because we're starting to get really hot and I do not like being out here in this heat. Gardening in the heat is not fun. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and get to my sweet potatoes. Okay, here we go. Over here against my window, as y'all can see, this is completely dried out. Look at that. I'm not good. I have sweet potatoes that are, I have a sweet potato in the jar right here that is growing the vines that I'll need. And then what I typically do is cut these vines off and I put the vines in a jar of water like this and let the vines, pick this up so y'all can see it good. And then I will let the vines root. Now I'm going to take these rooted vines right here and I'm going to plant those out. This one over here, what I'll do is, since I'm over here, I'm going to pull this out right here. And I'm going to take some of this water. Don't let me drop it. And I'm going to pour it in this poor little jar right here where my sweet potato is just dying. I have another one here. I don't know what I think I'm going to do for all of these sweet potato vines. I really like to give some away if I knew somebody area. Because I don't think I'm going to plant all of these out. I don't know. I may. I have several 30-gallon. There we go. Get in there. Get you a drink. Because y'all been over here starving. But see how well they did in this heat with no water. It just goes to show you the sweet potatoes can tolerate a lot of heat. All right, so now I'm going to take these over to the other side, and I'm going to take this one over to the other side, and I'm going to plant them out. I'll come back later, and I will clip these off, and I will actually put them in here so that they can give me some roots, and probably in a few days will be ready to be planted out as well. Okay, I'm here with where I'm going to plant out the sweet potatoes, and this is my 30-gallon grow bag. Oh, boy, I have it anchored down because it kept flying away the other day. And this is the position I'm going to have my sweet potatoes in. So I have it all set up, and as you can see, I have them sitting on these racks, and this is going to be for drainage so that I don't have to worry about well, not necessarily drainage, but well, I guess so. You don't want your grow bags necessarily sitting on the ground, but these are going to be pretty close. Set them on top of this rack so they're off the ground. Another reason is that you don't want all of the ants and stuff crawling up into the bags or all around the bags, which is what will happen. So here is, let me stop. Okay, guys, this right here is the the soil that I will be using. This is soil that I used to grow my potatoes, and I saved it in a 27-gallon tub. So I'm going to amend this with some peat moss and some perlite, and then I will use some garden tone, and I may have a few other fertilizers inside that I'll use. I'll come back later and add some bone meal in here because I don't have any. I need to make some. I refuse to buy anymore. So, but this is what I'll be using, and I will be taking my shovel and I will be transferring this because I can't move this. It's too heavy. So I'm going to transfer. I'm going to transfer this dirt here from this tub over into my grow bag over here. So that's is what I will be doing. I got my gloves, got my shovel, and I'm ready to go. Now what I can do is like use this bucket. This is just to keep from making a mess out here. I'm trying to keep everything clean and everything. I don't even like to see dirt on the ground. I know I'm in the garden, but I don't like it. So I will fill this and take it in. Dump it.
Morning's done, the day is mine. Slowly dancing and everything's fine. A gentle breeze, the city slow. I take a seat, let the moment flow. A cup of coffee, sugar falls in. I stir it slow, let the calm begin. In these quiet hours, I feel at ease. Life's simple magic in moments like these. I find the magic in the everyday. In the sweetest sips, as time slips away. Little things that bring a smile to me, like the sugar swirling in my coffee. No rush, no race, just the afternoon light. In the simple joy, everything feels right. I find the magic soft and free. In these sweet moments, just being me. The chatter fades, a peaceful hum. The world slows down.
Y'all can look at this soil. Do I have it? Yeah, look at that. Nice and fluffy. I guess the camera, the sun is out, so. Okay, so now that I've got this halfway full, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bucket and I'm going to go over and I'm going to grab me some peat moss. Okay, I got peat moss now. Yeah. Peat moss, sometimes it'll clump up. You just take your hand and just kind of rub it through your fingers and through your hand, and it breaks up really easily. I don't need a lot in here because, like I said, this soil is pretty loose, so I don't need a lot. And I'm just gonna mix it up in here. Now, I don't have a special formula on how I do my stuff. I'm not that anal out here in the garden. I'm gonna put a little bit of perlite in here. And as y'all can see, when I buy perlite, I do not buy those little bags. Because to me, it's like a waste of money. I'm gonna mix that all up. Get my little hand tool here. I'll mix this up, and then I'm gonna put some. See, I do something different every time I come out here. I treat the garden the same way I do my kitchen. Someone asked me for a recipe. I don't have recipes. I'm a cook, not a chef. I just go in the kitchen, and to me, a kitchen is like a science experiment. So I'm gonna mix this all in here really good, and then I'm gonna add me some fertilizer. This is to make sure that I get the entire container nice and fertilized and amended. Because if I were to fill this all the way and then try doing what I'm doing now, it's going to be hard for me to get it all the way throughout. Be right back. Okay, I'm back with the, oh shoot, I'm back with the fertilizers. I've got me some Espoma Garden Tone. I'll show you all this. This is, excuse me. Oh, where am I? This is the, it's what I'm using today. Supposedly organic. It's good though. I like it. The flies like it too. And I'm going to put a generous amount here. And I also have some, I'm not going to use my blood meal. I'll save that for my other stuff. I also have some expert tomato vegetable garden plant food. This is kind of like a slowly released pellets. So I'm also going to add those in there. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and add in some more of my, shovel in some more of my dirt from over here. I guess I could pull it closer now since I emptied quite a bit of it. Oh Lord, this thing is still heavy. There we go. That. I'm sorry. This is why I say that gardening up front is expensive, because I'm pretty sure I bought a lot of dirt initially. But now I'm at a point where I can reuse what I have. And some of this is free from my leaves that have broken down. Oops. All right, I'm gonna get my shovel and I'm gonna mix this in really good. And then I'm gonna add me some fertilizer and then we're gonna get to planting. Just gonna turn this over. I'm gonna have to start putting the light out here and coming out at 5 a.m. Okay, I think that's good. We're gonna give some goodness. Yeah, did not plant a lot this summer. I have not even put out. I haven't put out squash or zucchini yet. I really think I'm going to wait until next month because I don't want to have to deal with all of the bugs that. Hey, look, before I get on that, always pat the sides of your grow bags and kind of put your hands down here on the sides because a lot of times your dirt is not in there evenly, and it's not like I can see over here that I don't have soil on the sides. See down here, I should have done that. See, I don't know if y'all can see, but right here I can see where the soil is not. Let me get my spade. This is a spade, if you don't know. And I'm going to take this spade. I'm going to go all the way down to knock the dirt down into the bottom edges around the full perimeter of the grow bag. You see, I'm just taking, I'm going to put the spade in here, take it all the way to the bottom, kind of loosen that up, pull it in so that dirt can fall all the way to the bottom. Because a lot of times we'll think that the beds are filled and they're not. Like I could look at it and tell. Now once you water it, it'll start to settle down in there. But sometimes I've noticed that it doesn't. And you'll end up with a well. See, now I can see that it's still right here. So I take my shovel and or my spade, and I just push the soil down. Here we go. There we go. See right here, I can see a dent. Wherever I see an indentation, I know that there's not soil in there. So I'm gonna take this and I'll just push it down. Let me take my hand, get it down there. Plant on top. Just in case I knocked all of that down into the bottom. Okay. Squish that around in the soil. All right. So guys, what I'm holding here are my sweet potato slips that I grew from a basic grocery store potato, which I just, as you saw earlier in the video, just suspended in water and waited for it to root, and cut off the vines and put them in water and waited for the roots actually to grow. And so it will take about 90 to 120 days from the date that I'm planting these slips, or we can call them vines, to harvest. And some varieties can take up to 150 days, but I'm not sure what varieties these are because I just bought them from the grocery store. So the way it typically works is that within the first 2 weeks, the slips will start to establish roots and begin growing new leaves. And then for about 3 to 6 weeks, they'll start spreading and covering the soil. And this will help to suppress any weeds. And then after that, the plant will start directing more energy underground, and sweet potatoes will begin to enlarge. So probably somewhere around the holiday, the Thanksgiving holiday, my sweet potatoes should be ready. And the way that I'll know that they're ready to be harvested when the season starts to wind down is that the leaves will start to yellow. And I want to make sure that I harvest before we get our first frost, and which I should be okay here in North Texas because we typically don't get one until sometimes January, if we're lucky. So, but to be sure, what I can do is just kind of dig around the plant and just to check the, for size of potatoes. So, as you can see, I've got them all planted in, and I'll just mulch them and water them in. So there we go with that. I'm gonna put this stuff up, and then come back and I'm gonna mulch. I like to mulch before I water in. Put a little bit of blood meal on top, just because I have it out here. And I'll come back out here and I'll fertilize with some too. Do like a water soluble fertilizer. Probably do some 511, whatever. Oh. So here I am at my mulch. This mulch right here is a combination of mulch that I've purchased from the store. I like the Texas mulch. Also mulch that most of this, like here on the top, is mulch that I saved from my garden when I go in to pull out my garden beds, pull out old veggies or whatever it is that I'm growing, and I have mulch on the top. I do not mix it into. Take that mulch out, scrape it off as much as I can, and I kind of sift it a little bit to get the dirt out of it if I have time, and I'll throw it into my mulch bin. So here I go. I'll just take it and I'll just try to put a nice generous layer of mulch all around. Plant this holds in the moisture. That's not what you're going to eat anyway. So very generously. This will keep moisture in the soil. And with these grow bags, you definitely need help. Got my water hose and start watering it all in. I'll probably come out at least twice a day and water it until the roots catch on. Which with sweet potato vines, I don't think it's going to take that long. Oops, camera's trying to fall. I'm about to leave and I won't be back for a few hours. But this should be enough to hold it. Put some more water in here. And then because I have so many more um, vines, I think I will prep some more beds or some more grow bags. They may not be the 30-gallon. I don't know. I may do a couple of 10-gallon. All right, that's good. I'm done. So I'll come back in later and I will come back and clean up all of my mess. I don't like having all this stuff on the ground. But there we go. All right, there we go. I hope you enjoyed today's video of me planting out my sweet potato vines. The next video, what I'm going to try to do this afternoon, this evening, is y'all going to see me in that beekeeper's uniform because I actually got it. It came this morning. I'm going to put that on and I'm going to head over there to my purple heart peas. I have some that are ready to come off, and I refuse to let them dry up, and I refuse to let those bees scare me away. But I also refuse to get stung again. That was not cute. That wasn't cute. In the meantime, y'all have a blessed day, and thank you so much for watching me, Kim, at Beyond Gardening Homestead.
Morning's done, the day is mine. Slowly dancing and everything's fine. A gentle breeze, the city's slow. I take a seat, let the moment flow. A cup of coffee, sugar falls in. I stir it slow, let the calm begin. In these quiet hours, I feel at ease. Life's simple magic in moments like these. I find the magic in the everyday. In the sweetest sips as time slips away. Little things things that bring a smile to me, like the sugar swirling in my coffee. No rush, no race, just the afternoon light. In the simple joy, everything feels right. I find the magic soft and free. In these sweet moments, just be